This video talks about parallel universes, the world of animals, secret deep state contract killers, and more. Just letting you know straight up, it's a manic journey. Let's play the video.
We interrupt your viewing to bring you a breaking news story. Millions of people are going missing without a trace every year. How are so many people going missing all the time? There are answers, we just have to find them. I'll now hand you over to our special correspondent, Wickil Wabbit, the proper geezer. Over to you.
Thank you, babes. What a lovely introduction. I'm a proper geezer, to be fair. Anyway, what are we talking about? Oh yes, of course. People going missing. Oh, my God. Why the effing hell do so many bloody people keep going missing? What the kohlrabi is going on? Now, I'll tell you something for free. The media and the bloody governments will tell you that people just go missing and that's that. But there is something going on that they ain't telling us. Or maybe nobody knows. Who knows? Well, if you're a believer, the only one that truly knows is God. Ha ha. Sure. Anyway, just like Babe said back in the studio, something like 8 million children and over 1.2 million adults are reported missing globally each year. Although these numbers are impossible to get right. So what on God's earth is happening to so many people? Surely they can't all be getting lost on long walks. Although, saying that, the world is full of idiots, am I right? Well, anyway, I've got a few theories, most of which have never been thought about by anyone ever. This is an international, global, world-first special exclusive edition. And I'm letting you in. So join me as we dive into this proper endless rabbit hole of information to discover the true explanations for why so many people go missing without a trace. And trust me, this is a bloody deep hole, so you better hold your breath. Number one then, time slips. So then, I'm going to chew your ear off a little bit now about time slips. What am I chatting about? Well, time slips are unexplained incidents where people seemingly step out of their present reality and find themselves transported to a different time period. Jen, these experiences defy conventional explanations and often leave those involved feeling bewildered, disoriented, and lost. Obviously. Can you imagine? Out of nowhere, you're shifted to another time period and then quickly brought back to the present. Try to explain that to your dog. No chance. It's believed that most people don't even bother trying to explain when this happens to them and end up trying to cope with the traumatic experience alone. Poor sods. Witnesses. Yes, witnesses report an abrupt shift from their current surroundings to a different era, and the transition is often instantaneous, as if a veil between dimensions momentarily lifts. People describe encountering scenes, sounds, and even smells from the past or future. These anomalies are vivid and immersive, blurring the boundaries between past and present. Some individuals claim to have experienced time dilation. Minutes or hours in their reality translate to days or weeks in the alternate time. Upon returning to the present, they find that little time has passed in their original timeline. So, what I'm saying here is, people are shifted to another timeline and experience weeks or months in that other timeline, only to be brought back to almost the exact time they started in. Haha. Get your head around that one. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what on earth is this cream donut going on about? Well, I can assure you, I am not chatting bullock. There have been a few historical accounts such as the Versailles time slip from 1901. Two English women, Anne Mobley and Eleanor Jordan, visited the Palace of Versailles. They inexplicably found themselves in the midst of the French Revolution, witnessing events from 1789, able to describe extremely vivid details from that time that no historians could confirm nor deny. I've actually got Eleanor on the line for me now to confirm her story. Hey, L-Dog, how's it going? What's this I heard about you seeing stuff from the French Revolution? Did it really happen?
Yes, it happened.
Incredible stuff. See, I told you we would have some exclusive content here today, and that shocking witness account is mind-blowing. Anyway, thanks, Eleanor. Speak soon.
Okay, bye.
She sounds quite young for someone that is like 150 years old. Bless her. Anyway, moving on. Some believe that certain locations act as temporal folds, where different timelines intersect. And when the perfect conditions align, people inadvertently slip across these folds. While sometimes people return to our timeline to tell their story, whether others believe them or not, it is believed that many, many people never return. Hence, this is one explanation for why so many people go missing. They are transported to another time through these temporal folds and never return to the present. So they still exist somewhere, just not in the current timeline. Mine. Blown. Anyway, shall we move on to the next one? Let's go for parallel universes next. Now, if you're still here watching, you're probably one of the few people in this world that want to look beyond the absolutely rubbish two-dimensional explanations we are fed by mainstream ideas. So thank you for your open-mindedness. The world needs people like you. Rightio then. The next one. Parallel universes. This theory is intrinsically linked to time slips, but goes a bit further. The concept of shifting realities challenges our basic human understanding of existence. Imagine stepping into a parallel world, one that mirrors our own yet diverges in subtle or profound ways. So, it could be a very similar world to ours, but people don't drink beer. Or it could be a totally different world where beer is blood and blood is beer. Now imagine the possibility that some people inadvertently slip into these alternate realities, leaving no discernible mark in our familiar timeline. Another way to explain why so many people vanish without warning, leaving behind empty homes, abandoned belongings, and unanswered questions. Search efforts yield no results. It's as if they were never part of our reality. Witnesses occasionally encounter doppelgangers, people who resemble their missing loved ones but exhibit different personalities or memories. Could these doppelgangers be versions of the vanished individuals from alternate realities? What do you think about that then, my son? Keep an eye out for your doppelganger, as this could actually be you from an alternative reality. Genuinely, think of that for a second. Now stop thinking and listen. We haven't got all day, and there's a lot to get through here. We're going to get deep for a moment. Quantum physics suggests that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously. What if humans too can exist across parallel realities, occasionally shifting between them? Again, I can hear your thoughts. You're thinking. But if this is true, then where is the proof? Ha! How about this then? David Lang, a British man, disappeared while walking in the woods. Years later, he reappeared, claiming to have lived in a parallel world where World War I never occurred. His story remains unverified, but tantalizing. I tried to get hold of Senor Langers, but he was unavailable to talk. Probably off gallivanting in another universe. Silly sausage. Not sold yet? How about this then? In 1979, a couple checked into a hotel in Cambridgeshire, England. They woke up in a different room, surrounded by unfamiliar furniture and clothing. The hotel staff denied any room changes, and the couple found no trace of their original room. The only explanation: parallel universe. There's no denying it. Not convinced? Okay then, let's go even wilder then. How about, what do we have here? Yeah, I know. Cryptid Predation. Yeah. Cryptid Predation. Is this going too far? I don't know. You tell me. But what if? Now hear me out. What if mythical creatures actually exist? Now, of course, the ones we have all heard about like Bigfoot, the Chupacabra, and the Jersey Devil have all haunted our folklore for centuries. But what if ones exist that we haven't heard of? What if one or more creatures have evolved to be completely undetectable by human senses? One thing that is often overlooked by humans is what is known as the Umwelt of animals. Spoiler alert, I will be doing a more detailed look at the Umwelt concept very soon. But anyway, what I'm talking about here is that some animals have evolved highly advanced natural camouflage to either help them hunt their prey like an octopus, or it helps them hide from predators, like ghost crabs or leaf insects. And to these animals, due to the limitations of their senses, otherwise known as their Umwelt, have a hard time detecting those that can camouflage. So, what if? And hear me out here. What if there are apex predators that have evolved camouflage abilities that are undetectable by humans? It's perfectly plausible. I ain't chatting rubbish here. What we have to understand here is that the way we see the world, or rather, the way we sense the world, is limited to what our senses allow us to sense. So, there are in fact things that exist in our world that we are not capable of sensing. There have been so many eyewitness accounts that we just don't have time to go through them all. So I'm gonna skip this one for now. Just trust me. Haha, okay, fine. I'll admit, by the very nature of being something totally undetectable by human senses, we just can't ever prove this theory. Even with the use of advanced technologies that may help us detect energies that are undetectable by human senses. Take, for example, an ultraviolet light camera. When it detects ultraviolet lights, it converts it into something that the human eyes can see. So, actually, ultraviolet light does not look like it does on an ultraviolet camera. You know what I'm saying? Mad in it? Anyway, next. Right, invisible animals. Is that too far? No, it's not far enough, I say. What about invisible civilizations? Or hidden advanced societies that live among us totally undetected? Using that same logic of animal Umwelt, or the way we sense the world, let us for a moment forget about ghosts or aliens. But what about an advanced civilization of intelligent beings that are so insanely advanced that they are able to live amongst us completely undetected, our invisible neighbours? All those abductions you thought were aliens. No. What if our abductors already live here? This advanced civilization has developed technology so beyond our ability that they are able to hack our brains and control our senses. They can literally walk right by you or live in your house with you, but because they can control your senses, you never see, hear, or smell them. Have you ever felt a presence in the room with you, but realised nobody is there? Have you ever thought you've seen a ghost? What if these phenomena were just minor glitches in this advanced civilization's technology or natural evolution? A momentary lapse that exposes their invisible world to us for the briefest of moments. So then, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, this is another explanation for why so many humans go missing. Perhaps the people they abduct have seen too much, so they have to erase them from our world before they expose the truth. Or perhaps they just need our human bodies for energy or even food. Who knows? But if it's true and there is a hidden advanced civilization living amongst us, then there could be one in the room with you right now, sitting right next to you, staring at you and smirking. Look around and see if you can see them. Right, I know exactly what you're thinking. I'm good at that. You want me to bring it back down a few notches, don't you? Let's ground ourselves a little bit here and talk about serial killers. Think about a complex network of really skillful contract serial killers that work completely undetected with unlimited resources at their disposal. Imagine, if you will, a clandestine network of killers, operating beyond the reach of law enforcement and the boring constraints of a normal society. Serial killers and highly skilled contract assassins. Their existence shrouded in mystery. They don't leave behind gruesome crime scenes or taunting letters. No, their artistry lies in making bodies disappear without a trace. These silent professionals have unlimited resources, state-of-the-art technology, untraceable funds, and connections in high places. They're ghosts, slipping through the cracks of society. Now, sure, it's unlikely that thousands of people are going missing due to this secret network of contract killers. However, I'm so sure that at least some missing people can be explained for this reason that I'm gonna regret this, ain't I? I will eat my. If you can prove I'm wrong. Quickly moving on from that one, the next one is even more interesting. Deep state forced disappearance programs. Right, let's get serious again, shall we? So you may or may not heard of the term forced disappearance. But basically, some nation states will make certain people disappear if those people are deemed to pose a threat to the political party or state leader. I'm talking about dissidents, journalists, and whistleblowers that vanish without a trace. All of this happening in the world, right now, as we speak. Now this is completely indisputable. This is absolute fact. However, what about a similar program but run by a secret deep state? Haha. What? You think I'm mad, don't you? The deep state, the elusive puppet master behind governments, operates beyond borders. It's not bound by passports or treaties. Its agents are ghosts, slipping through reality's cracks. Why might a deep state be funding this kind of program? Well, I don't bloody know, do I? God, what do you take me for? The purpose remains shrouded in mystery. Maybe they target people that don't subscribe to my channel. Perhaps it's about narratives, the ones that threaten the status quo. The deep state erases inconvenient truths. So be careful. You might just be next. Or they might come after me, actually. Come to think of it. What are they gonna do? I'm a rabbit with glasses, for crying out loud. They'll take one look at me and melt over my cuteness. Right, where were we? Okay, yes, Matrix stuff. Simulated reality glitches. Similar to the Matrix theory, the idea that we live in a simulation and some disappearances are glitches or deletions. Now, you've all watched The Matrix, no doubt. Imagine, if you will, this is a true reflection of our reality, that we are all actually living in some kind of simulation that is so advanced, we just cannot tell the difference. In this digital matrix, glitches occur, tiny hiccups in the code. Most go unnoticed. A déjà vu, a misplaced memory. But what if some glitches are more profound? What if they swallow people whole? Picture this. You're walking down a familiar street and suddenly the world stutters. A passerby vanishes, leaving behind an empty space, a glitch. The matrix stumbles, recalibrating. Maybe it's a rogue subroutine, a hiccup in the cosmic algorithm. Or perhaps it's deliberate, an edit by unseen hands. Consider the missing persons cases, the unsolved mysteries that haunt our reality. Some vanish without a trace, leaving investigators baffled. But what if they slip through the seams of the simulation? What if they glimpse the source code, the binary heartbeat of existence, and were erased? The Matrix theorists whisper,
They've become unplugged.
freed from the illusion, they wander the interstitial spaces, the void between ones and zeros. They're the ghosts of the digital age, lingering in the blind spots of reality. Right, listen up, dinner plates. Some of what I've spoken to you about today has revolved around really bloody complicated sciencey stuff that may or may not be believable. But this one, cannot be denied. God, or rather any supernatural overlord, having a laugh or part of bigger plan. In the dim corners of existence, where shadows stretch and cosmic secrets whisper, there lies a chilling theory. God, or some kind of supernatural overlord, plays a twisted game with humanity. We are mere pawns on their celestial chessboard, insignificant as ants scurrying across the cosmic pavement. Picture this. God, or perhaps an ancient deity beyond our comprehension, peers down from the astral plane. To them, we're like dust motes caught in a sunbeam, ephemeral, inconsequential. Our lives flicker like candle flames, and our struggles echo through the void like distant echoes. Why do they snatch us away? Perhaps it's boredom. An eternity of omniscience can lead to cosmic ennui. So, they pluck souls like petals from a daisy, observing our confusion, our grief. They revel in our futile searches, our unanswered prayers. Or maybe it's a cosmic experiment, a cruel hypothesis. And so they vanish us into thin air, behind the veil of reality. We, the missing, become whispers in the wind, footnotes in the cosmic ledger. Our loved ones mourn, but God merely adjusts their celestial monocle. What do you think about that one? Write your lot watching this till now. We have explored quite a serious topic here. Real people do go missing all the time, and so I just wanted to take the chance to explain that some may have chosen to disappear voluntarily due to trauma, neglect, mental health issues, or substance abuse. Others could have been kidnapped or trafficked. Accidents that go unresolved could also account for a portion of these cases. Thanks for watching. That's the end of the video.